JEE main done the first and second shift, but the real analysis starts now. If you are feeling confused or anxious after writing JEE main, this video is for you. I'm Dr. Beulah Ravin from Physics Clinic at the RedRose Academy. Let's calmly analyze the paper, understand where you stand, and plan the smartest next move. Okay, without panic. So, based on student feedback and real exam level analysis, we are breaking down today's JEE main paper. So, in this video, you will get a subject-wise difficulty review, shift-wise comparison, and realistic cutoff expectations. Okay, let's get into the video. I'll come to you. So, here we are going to see the JEE main overall analysis and then subject-wise analysis. Okay, and then tentative percentile versus score comparison. Everything we are going to see. Okay, so right now, so this is what here it says. I'll come to the conclusion of overall analysis and then first subject-wise analysis we'll see. You know all the procedures, right? So how the questions will be. Section A carries 20 marks each subject. Sorry, 20 questions, 20 MCQs each subject. And numerical value questions, section B, 5 questions. Okay. So totally it carries, each carries 4 marks and 1 negative marks. So each carries 4, it is 100, 100, 100, 100. Out of 300, it will be. Then see, for example, this is very wonderful question, wonderful topic you have to understand. There are 180 minutes. Okay, 180 minutes. Types of questions, MCQs and numerical value questions. Basically, correct answer 4 marks. Incorrect answer minus 1 mark for MCQs. Okay. So for incorrect answer, there is no negative marks for numerical value. 0 for numerical value means for the incorrect answer, the value is 0, not negative 1 for numerical value questions. So, happy students, do attend all the numerical questions, all the 5 numerical questions. Don't worry, you will not get any negative marks. Okay. So, I will let you know the physics analysis. See, the overall analysis that people are telling today, morning shift. I'm talking about morning shift. 21st January 2026 morning shift. The paper was based on tough, okay? Chemistry was little bit tough and lengthy. First shift I'm talking. Math is okay, moderate, and physics is bit easy when compared to math and chemistry. Okay, this is the honest analysis from the students, those who have attended. Right now we are going to see the physics analysis. Physics was, it is given as easy to moderate. Okay. See, this is easy to moderate. The paper was, when compared to last year's paper, last year's JEE main, it was easy. Like that, the students decided, this is honest students' feedback. The paper was doable for those who went through the proper revision. Okay, because most of the questions were formula based, it was given. For example, one question from thermal properties of fluids, Bernoulli's theorem, two questions from optics, that is one microscope, one from microscope, one from power of lens related, one question from semiconductor logic gates, especially very easy. Then two questions from units and dimensions, one from dimension, one from error. one question from current electricity, one question from calorimetry, one question from rotational motion, moment of inertia, one question from kinematics, Newton's law of motion, one question from gravitation, one from electromagnetic wave, one from EMI, especially solenoid, one from electrostatics, etc. Then actually this is based on the information provided by the students, those who have attended the exam. The NTA will soon release the question paper, okay, of the first two shifts. First two shifts over today. It is the honest feedback given by the students. First shift, okay. Then math paper, it was lengthy, less lengthy and moderate. This is the question. This is the honest feedback. It was moderate, okay. Math section, first session, first shift is moderate. Okay. Then when compared to last year JEE mains, okay, it was less challenging. Okay. So and then it includes some multi-step problem solving, especially matrix. There was one question came, it seems. It was a bit lengthy. Okay, very multi-steps are involved in solving all those things. But when compared to last year's shift, that is January and April shifts, mathematics was easier. Okay. Yeah. Then here also question based. Last year, most probably calculus based questions came, especially from integrals. That was a bit challenging. Right now, this year, the first shift, it has fewer questions on calculus, two to three questions from vector algebra, 3D geometry, one from quadratic equation, one from sequence and series, one from top. One question was based on permutation and combination and the probability concept both combined. Okay. Two questions from straight lines, one from circle, one question from matrices, which was a bit lengthy. Then two questions from sets and relations, arithmetic and geometric progressions. Okay, so both. Okay. Then three questions from conic sections. See, very easy. One related to parabola and ellipse and hyperbola. Each carry each one questions. So one question from the applications of derivatives also. So this is the math and chemistry. The overall analysis was tough. Why? When compared to last year, it was tough. Okay. So how it is challenging means it was doable. Suppose if the students are very proper in writing all the derivations and everything. So then it is very easy for them. Okay. It is lengthy. It was lengthy and statement based. Most of the questions were lengthy and statements based, so that it's a bit hard for the students to understand and write the question, write the answers. Okay. And at the same time, if the math contains very lengthy paper, if it is a lengthy solution, if it includes, then what we have to do, so we should improve our descriptive part, right? So that I'm always insisting my students not only concentrating on the MCQ. So you should write all the solutions. So you should practice all the descriptive part of the solution. Then it is easy for you to manage the timing. See, for example, in chemistry and all, the people are taking 60 to 70 minutes. Students spend approximately. So we can avoid this kind of time taken if it is lengthy. So it's more benefit for your students. You can practice the descriptive part when you are learning. Okay. Not only focusing the MCQ, you should do more. Okay. Then your board exams also very easy for you if you revise and practice like this pattern. Okay. So three questions from coordination chemistry, two questions about chemical bonding and molecular structure, two to three questions from P block elements, and one from mixed questions from chemical and ionic equilibrium, three to four questions from mole concept, very easy, no? Then two questions from GOC, general organic chemistry. Then one question from biomolecules, one from chemical thermodynamics, one question from electrochemistry and redox reaction, so on. Okay, this is the honest feedback given by our students, those who have attended first shift. Okay. Then based on the first shift, we can able to create the tentative percentile versus score. Okay. Say for example, if the student score 190 to 198 out of 300, so the question paper was relatively moderate to tough. So if it is 190 to 198, if one student occur, then that student's percentile will be 99.5. Okay, that was the aggregative mark of the highest. And 172 to 177, almost 20 marks reduced. Then the percentile will be 99.1 within zero point 0.4. Okay. Then if it is 152 to 162, again 20 marks if it is reduced, then 98.5. So here also very point differences in percentile. So you can relate your marks to this also. Okay. So then I will give you the solutions for this. For this question, in this reaction, you're asked to find out the compound A. Okay. So what is the compound A? We can say uh, here hydrogenation with H2 and platinum, right? It says under some specific catalytic conditions. Here, so what is the product A? That is the question. First part, one of the aromatic ring is saturated here. Okay, one of the ring is saturated here. It is forming tetraene. This is known as tetraline, right? So I'll explain more about this. We don't know the compound A, but you can analyze all the quantities here. The first one is called the naphthalene, right? Naphthalene only can saturate the aromatic ring, one of its aromatic ring, okay, and it forms 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrahydro naphthalene. Okay, that means tetraline. Okay, we can say tetraline. Okay, so what is this compound called? It is tetraline. So the tetraline is formed by this way when naphthalene undergoes some catalytic reduction. This is basically hydrogenation. Okay, and then we can say this is complete hydrogenation, and eventually it leads to decaline also. Now it is tetraline. Tetraline is 1, 2, 3, 4 hydronaphthalene. It may be reduced to decaline also. So that is further hydrogenation takes place. Okay. Then next one, oxidation with hard alkaline KMnO4. Okay. Here vigorous oxidation of naphthalene. Okay, it takes place with KMnO4. It breaks one of the fused rings, resulting in the formation of here benzene. Okay, 1 and 2 dicarboxylic acid. It is also known as phthalic acid. So the option A is the correct answer. So I'll let you know. You can confirm here. The option A is the correct answer. This is the correct answer. Let's say this is the correct answer. Okay. Then we'll move on to the next question. The second question is for two chemical reactions A and B, if the difference between their activation energy is 20 kilojoule, okay, at 300 Kelvin, it is given. So R is 8.3 joule per Kelvin per mole. Determine ln of K2 by K1. Okay, you are asked to determine ln of K2 by K1. So what is ln of K2 by K1? Okay. So difference in activation energy is given. So delta EA is given. What is delta EA? It is given as activation energy difference. Okay. So E2 minus E1 like that we can take. It is equal to 20 kilojoules. So 20,000 joules. Right? Then temperature is 300 Kelvin. Then R is given. So you need to find out the ratio. Suppose if you are taking ln of K1, K2 by K1, that is equal to, if you are taking K2 by K1, what is the formula? The formula will be K2 by K1 is equal to E for delta EA, activation energy by RT. Right? Then only if you take ln, then you'll be getting the exponential goes off and you'll be having delta EA by RT. You know all the values, right? So delta EA, activation energy is 20,000 joules and the R is given 8.3 joule per Kelvin per mole. And what is the temperature? 300 Kelvin. Okay. Then reduce further. Then it will be, so two zeros gets cancelled. So 200 by 3, right? Then 8.3 comes. So if you remove one decimal, then it will be 24, right? So if you multiply this, 249 comes, then upper one is 20,000. So go through all these things. Okay, then you'll be getting 2490, right? It is equal to approximately, if I'm doing in calculator, then it will be 8.033. This is the correct thing, ln K2 by K. You know, children, you can able to, if you want to divide, very simple, just 20,000, right? Here you can make it 2,500. Okay. Out of 20,000, 2,500 is 8 times, right? So 2,500 in 10,000 is 4, 20,000 is 8. So you can put 8 here and multiply with 2490. Okay. Around it first and then multiply. So what is 9, 12, right? 72. So 32, 39, 3, 16 plus 3, 19. Okay, then what is the remainder you have to write? Okay, so it will be 7, um, 0, 0, 1, right? So, and then you have to again go through it. Sorry, it is also 0. So only 70 is the, sorry, 80, right? Yeah, it is a reminder. Then you can add one more 0, 0.10. It won't, 800 won't be reduced in this. So again add 0 and put 0 here. Out of 8,000, how many 2,500 are there? Okay. 3 times we can say. So like that you have to find. Okay. So it will be 7,500 nearly. Like you can proceed like this and you'll be getting this answer. Okay. So if you are given this kind of numericals, you can remove the decimal point first. Okay. So by removing the decimal point, you should add or subtract or whatever it might be. You can able to um okay, you can able to reduce it into a nearest number, a round of number. Say, for example, 2,490 as 2,500. Okay, like this. Yes. Okay.